Hello, I'm Susan Wagner, editor of Country Sampler Farmhouse Style magazine. And in our winter holiday issue, we had a fabulous home tour from Carleen Gore up in Canada. And in her home, she decorated with these beautiful paper snowflakes, paper stars. You could see I have a couple here. Here's one hanging up back here. And today, I'm going to show you how easy it is to make these. So to make these paper stars or paper snowflakes, you only need just a few simple materials that are really easy to find. These are made from paper lunch bags. So we've got brown paper lunch bags here. I happen to actually even find some white paper lunch bags. As you can see, I made the white star with them, but the brown ones work just as fine. I have some glitter and some spray adhesive because I added a little bit of extra embellishment to these snowflakes, but you can always just leave them plain as this one back here, and it looks wonderful. And then you need some scissors, some stronger, heavier duty ones, because you're going to be cutting through several layers of these paper lunch bags. And you know, even a pair of pinking shears or decorative scissors would be nice too if they can cut through there. A hole punch, some hemp rope to make a hanger, and then I'm also going to use my glue gun. You could also use a glue stick if you like, but the glue gun makes it super fast and easy. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so go ahead and grab a number of paper bags, and I would suggest doing something that's 8 or more. You can vary it and see how it works out for you. I did 12 with the one in the back here. I did 8 with this one and 10 with this one. So at least 8 would be good, maybe 12, no more than 12 or so. But so you'll get that number of them. I happen to have 10 here. And then what you're going to do simply is make sure they're all in the right direction, go in the right direction. And to make this easier, have the flap down. And now we're just going to glue them together. So we'll take the first one, and you're going to take your glue gun, and you're just going to run a bead of glue down through the center. And then just make sure that you get all the way around the bottom rectangle there. So you'll get that in there. Take another bag, place it directly over the top. Make sure they're going in the right direction, same direction, and smooth it down on top of it. There you go. So super easy. Like I said, if you wanted to use a glue stick, you could do that there. A few tips: make sure you get the glue to the edges here on the bottom so that those are tight. And most lunch bags have a tiny little cutout at the top. So just make sure that your line of glue is not going that high, or what you're going to end up doing is gluing to the bag to itself. So you don't want to do that. So just keep going. All right, so after you have them all glued together, you can see, if you pull them apart, they create this fan shape. And so this is what's going to make our star. And you could, if you wanted to, another option, you could just make sort of a bunting look to it, but we're going to do the star. So at this point, you're going to cut into the bag to create the designs. And like I said, you could use pinking shears, which is what I did with this one here. To create that look on the side. You can use, regular scissors, which I did with the white one. So that looks great too, no problem. You can see with the white one, what I did is I cut the tops, but I also cut some notches, 2 notches in here to create these cutouts in the center. Whereas with this brown one and with the one hanging on the wall, I only cut 1 notch. So experiment. You'll have, a variety of different things you can do. This is basically like making paper snowflakes. So it's that same concept. One thing to be careful of, to get this look, you're generally looking at cutting the corners off of the paper bags. You also could, if you wanted to, kind of cut in the center a little bit. Like I said, to make those notches in the center, I'm cutting the sides here. You just want to make sure that you leave sides of the bag, because that's what will hold the shape. So you don't want to end up having cutting too much in there, because then you won't have that design and shape. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use these regular scissors that I have and cut off an angle at the top. And don't worry if it's not exactly right, because you're not really gonna notice it too much when you go. If your scissors are not strong enough, I found that you could just cut through a few of them at a time and just kind of even it out for you. I did experiment a little bit and cut the bags first before gluing them, but what I found then is they didn't really match up well. So I think cutting them afterwards is the best option. So I'm cut that, and then, like I said, I want to make sure I leave some of this side. So I'm just going to do a little bit of a notch down here. So I'll cut in, make a triangle there, pull those out. Oops. And then do the same on this side. And like I said, you can experiment, decide what you think is going to look right. This is a forgiving project, so that's what's nice about it. Once it's already folded out and glued, and if you put glitter on it, people aren't going to really even notice if you made a slightly wrong cut or something. And not only that, but these paper lunch bags are so cheap. They come in a bag of 100 for just a couple bucks. So you certainly can make a ton of stars, or you can experiment. So here's the shape I cut out. And now you'll see the magic when we open it and fold it out. See how beautiful that becomes? What a beautiful looking star. So to keep that shape, what we'll do is I'll run some glue down the center of this one, and then we're going to fold it and glue the front to the back. So this is the part that gets just a little trickier, just because you have to kind of hold it in place and be able to push down in a couple different spots, but you'll get the hang of it, and it really won't take all that long after a bit. What we'll do is, like I said, you'll fold the one side to meet the other side. And what I found is it's easier to just grab several of the bags and push down, and then also to even put my hand inside them and push down so that that glue stays. So we got it on there tight. And there we go. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Look how nice that came out. So you could, at this point, you could keep it this way if you like. You can embellish it. You can do whatever you prefer with it. If you wanted to add some glitter to it, what I did is I put this on a piece of plastic, a larger piece of plastic, and then I had some spray adhesive that I sprayed in different areas. For this one, I sprayed the whole piece. For the white one, I only sprayed on the edges, so you could see. And then, so immediately sprayed it with the spray adhesive and then sprinkled some glitter on top. So came out really nice. I'll leave this one plain though, so you can see. And then really to hang it up, it's not that hard at all. Just get yourself a hole punch. Take one of the sides there where they meet. We're just going to punch a hole in there, a little bit farther down just to keep it on there secure. And then I'm going to just cut a piece of twine. You could also use a ribbon. You could use whatever you'd prefer. Tie it on there, run it through the hole. And then I have a hanger for it, super easy. So these things, like I said, these are such a simple project. They come together so quick that you could just make a ton of them for your home if you wanted to. They're really fun. Here you go, all done. And like I said, experiment. Try out different cuts, use different papers, look online, see if there's different lunch bags, different colors you can use. You could even get the kids involved. You could have them color the ends and the edges of the paper bags, where they would show right here first, and then put the design on there. So lots of fun things you can do, and a simple, super inexpensive idea for the winter season. I hope you enjoyed learning how to make these wonderful paper lunch bag stars and snowflakes. and that you go ahead and make a few for your own home. They'll really look great, and if you do, we would love to see them. So, and then also be sure to pick up a copy of our winter holiday issue, in which you'll see Carleen Gore's home all done up for the holidays, nice and cozy, and lots of other homes to get inspired by, and lots of great DIYs and decorating ideas. Thanks for joining us.